with a standing ovation behind him. Everybody tells you enjoy the moment in your big league debut, and few actually take the moment to soak it all in quite like that.
Adley Rutschman made his big league debut on May 21st of 2022. Baltimore had started that season just 16-24, and they wound up 83-79, just 3 games outside of the final American League wildcard spot. The O's didn't have to worry about that wild card last season, 101 wins and the best record in the American League. Adley's debut was far from the only reason for the O's success, but it just felt like a turning point. The rebuild was over. Adley, Gunnar, Bradish, the promise of the future, all of a sudden became the present. And last week, the Orioles traded for Corbin Burnes, your ace's favorite ace. After a 101-win season, falling short in the playoffs just wasn't good enough for this team. So they went out and got one of the best in the business to hopefully push them over the top. And like Adley's debut, it just feels like a new era of baseball in Baltimore. Gone are the days of playing it safe with prospects, prioritizing development over immediate results. The front office just sent a very clear message. Chips in. The Orioles are going for it in 2024. So let's talk about Corbin Burnes, the pitcher who was promised. The right-hander has been one of the best pitchers in baseball for the last 3 seasons. Last 3 years, averaging 31 starts per campaign, a .294 ERA, a whip under 1,000, and 226 strikeouts. Over that time frame, he ranks top 5 in innings, strikeouts, WAR, FIP, and SIERA. If you're looking at his StatCast page, you're going to find a bunch of red, which in this case only means stop if you're a hitter. You'll also find that his cutter had the best run value of any cutter in baseball last year, and also the year before that. The year before that, too, and you guessed it, the year before that. Point being, it's the best cutter in baseball. And Mike Elias is well aware of the kind of talent entering the building.
It was a big trade, and I think a big addition and moment for our team. Corbin Burnes is exactly what we needed. Obviously, there were other starting pitchers that we pursued, but it's hard to have somebody higher than Corbin Burnes on your wish list, and it's a tremendous impact.
And he joins a rotation that already had a ton of upside. Kyle Bradish is now the presumed number 2. He was 4th in AL Cy Young voting last year with the 4th best ERA in the majors. That includes a .218 ERA in his last 19 starts. Grayson Rodriguez's upside has been well documented for a lot of years now, and he flashed it last season in a big way. A .226 ERA in his final dozen outings. John Means, don't forget about him, he gave you a .266 ERA in his 4 starts last year after coming back from Tommy John. And at your 5th spot, you've got some great options in guys like Dean Kramer and Tyler Wells. So for Burnes, there's a lot of reason for optimism.
It's an exciting team. If I'm going out there doing my job, those guys are going out there doing their job. It's going to create a lot of success and in a division that's obviously full of a lot of good baseball teams. They won the division last year, and I see no reason why we can't go out there and win the division again this year.
Now, Burnes has been very honest about the fact that free agency is something he's excited about earning at this stage of his career. He's got 1 year of team control left and could, in theory, only be in Baltimore for this season. The Orioles gave up 2 top 100 prospects to get him in Joey Ortiz and DL Hall, plus a pick that could turn into a prospect. So Baltimore made a statement.
He knows that we have a chance to do something special here in 2024, and ultimately this trade was about 2024.
That's a very different feeling than years past. A paradigm shift, much like Adley's debut. And now, Rutschman and Burnes, 2 players that have signified turning points of baseball in Baltimore, could form one of the best batteries in the game.
With Adley, he's great young talent. He proved it last year. He was a top prospect coming all the way up. Got to the big leagues, performed last year, and did really well. I've seen that. I saw that ballpark last year when the Orioles were coming down the stretch, and that place is packed out. And I've heard the atmosphere is unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to playing in that place and being there and having the long postseason run and seeing that place packed out and seeing the enthusiasm that I've heard you say is on social media. I'm looking forward to seeing it in person.